Good morning. We are up with the sun bright and early. It's about, is it maybe 8 now, 7:30?
Yeah, about 8 o'clock in the morning.
a.m. and we are at Grand Turk. This is our first time here, so we are so excited and can already see this crystal blue water that everyone talks about. We're gonna have a great day. Hi, welcome to Rasberry Getaways. If you like fun in the sun, this is the video for you. We were recently on a Carnival cruise where we stopped at Grand Turk. It was our first time there for both of us.
Yep.
And we had so much fun. So really, couple of points just to let you know about Grand Turk before we get to the fun in the video. It's about 575 miles from Miami. It's not that far. They speak English as their main language, and they have 350 days of sunshine a year, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And the temperature is about 80 degrees. So what an amazing place to go and visit, and odds are you're going to be there on a beautiful day, and we certainly were.
Well, I was really excited because we've been trying to get to Turks and Caicos for quite a while. Mm-hmm. When COVID hit, you couldn't go to Turks and Caicos. There's still some requirements that you need, so we were, every time we do a cruise, it would get diverted. So we were really, really happy finally to go to Grand Turk.
To make it there.
So just like most ports, super easy to get off the ship and you're straight onto the port area. It's kind of a short port compared to some of the other ports. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to take you hardly any time to get to the actual port or terminal, I guess you should say.
Yeah, you can see the beautiful water the minute you get off the ship. I mean, it's just crystal clear water. Has that whole grand entrance like most cruise terminals welcome to, and you can take some great pictures, and then you, just like everywhere else, end up in a store.
One thing I did notice when we first entered into the store area where the port employees were working, all the people there were so happy to see us. I mean, they're always great no matter what port, but for some reason it really felt even more compared to normal ports. They were just very, very happy to see us.
And maybe it was because tourism was down and it's only starting to open back up for them.
Once you go into the store, it's your normal duty-free stuff, the alcohol, the cigarettes, and things like that. But there's all kinds of other different souvenirs that you can buy. We never really usually shop because there's so much to go once you get inside the actual
And it's
terminal.
tax and duty-free.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So right here, this is the main area. Center to everything. If you take a right, you're going to go to South Point. If you take a left, you're going to go head towards the pool area and Margaritaville.
Mm-hmm. So we did a little walk around all of it because it was our first time there and we were excited about it. South Point is beautiful. We hit that Ron Jon shop and then ended up in Margaritaville.
The one good thing about South Point, if you're trying to get away from the crowds, you want to be more quiet and chill and not hustle and bustle, you definitely want to go over to South Point. Also, if you go a little further past South Point area where the beached whale and all that is, there's a snorkeling area. We didn't try it out, but I do know it's over there. And as you can see, the water. This is some of the most blue crystal water I've ever seen, and we've been all over the Caribbean, and man, this was breathtaking.
We have a picture on one of my personal social media platforms that I took of him, and it looks like he's standing in a pool because I can see his legs. I mean, it doesn't, I'm just like, no, that was not a pool. That's how clear the water is.
So here's the beached whale. We didn't try it, but I've heard really good things. Turks and Caicos is known for conch, so definitely you want to try out the conch fritters. They're supposed to be amazing.
That wasn't on my to-do list, so I didn't make that one happen. But we did enjoy walking around there and just taking it in.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was warm. It was so beautiful.
And we got really lucky. As you can see, it was a little cloudy when we first got there. We were worried it was going to rain. It never really rained at all, and the clouds went away. It wound up being a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm. We popped through this Ron Jon shop just for something to do because we were there right when everything opened, and we just felt like we weren't being responsible if we head to the bar right away. So we spent a little bit of time in the shops. This one's a nice sized one for
this was pretty big for, especially we've been to Ron Jon's before. They have them like in Cocoa Beach. Mm-hmm. This one was a really nice one.
It was nice, especially if that's your thing. There were quite a bit of things in there.
So this is the area where you're going to get to all your excursions. It's labeled just like most ports, so you're not going to have any hard time finding where your excursion is. So it's right there.
And the workers on the excursions generally have, again, we've mentioned in other videos, same colors. They're wearing the same shirts and or hats so that you can identify who they are.
And for all the coffee lovers, they have a Starbucks. But definitely want to get there as early as you can. The line's going to get busy.
It had a line. I mean, you could hear people getting off the cruise ship like, I'm going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
They were so excited.
And they'll have your typical beach shops all throughout the port terminal. So if you're looking for all your t-shirts and your hats and your typical stuff, they're going to have it.
I did pick up a "It's 5 o'clock somewhere" bag. So after we were done with a little retail therapy, we felt like it was fine to go and head out and see Margaritaville. This Margaritaville is enormous.
It's actually I think it's the largest Margaritaville built.
It's a big one. We've been to quite a few. Our intention here was to get there early when it wasn't crowded so we could get some good footage. So you will see some people, but it's not going to look that packed. Our plans for the day changed. We ended up back there later in the day, and you'll notice a huge difference between early in the morning to later in the afternoon.
Yeah, and this pool is really big. It's kind of deceiving. You don't think it's that big when you first walk up to it, but it wraps around the whole place. So it's really big.
Yeah, it snakes throughout, and if you walk around the border of it and really look, there is, don't panic when you first get there if all that seating's full. Keep going. There's seating towards the back.
And here's their swim-up bar. It's like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and they're serving, so don't worry about if you show up in the morning. And if you know you're going to have a pool day, definitely want to get there early so you can get your spot.
Yeah, and you can see in the pool, they do have bars in the middle of the pool, so not where they're going to serve you, but where you can take your drink out and set your drink while you're swimming and hanging out.
So this is the direction you're going to go to Jack Shack. So if you walk outside the port, you're going to take a left towards Margaritaville, keep going down the beach, and you're going to head to Jack Shack on the very end.
Along the way to Jack Shack, you are going to pass other locations where you can get an umbrella and you can rent a chair. There are some little vendors with souvenirs, and there's also stands where you can rent like water toys, like wave runners and things like that. So there's some entertainment along the way.
Yeah, and once you get to Jack Shack, for like I think $20, you can get 2 chairs and an umbrella.
Yeah, and we were with a large group, so there were 8 of us, and they were very nice. We didn't all get there at the same time, and they let us go ahead and get what we needed in a row. This is Jack Shack. It was wonderful.
Make sure you bring some cash for a couple reasons.
Yeah.
One, to pay for the chairs and the umbrella, you want cash. And while we were there, and I feel like this happens a lot, the power went out for a little bit, so the bar was only taking cash. So I would recommend bring some cash.
Yeah. Luckily, we had cash, which is rare for us, but lesson learned. And they do take American dollars. That's the currency.
And you got to try the jerk chicken and rice and beans. It's amazing.
Yeah. It was so, even looking at it, you can smell it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. And just like Melissa mentioned, we stopped at Margaritaville later in the day, and man, there was a lot going on.
A lot of fun, friendly competitions and dances and just everybody having a really good time.
Yeah, and if you like to people watch, this is the place to do it, because there was quite a few people who had a lot to drink. So the entertainment was hilarious.
For sure. It was 5 o'clock somewhere all day long.
Yeah. And it got packed, but it was never overpacked.
No, it wasn't like burdensome. Like even going to the bathroom, I was able to go to the bathroom. When you went into the Margaritaville gift shop, there might have been 3 or 4 people in front of you in line, but it wasn't unreasonable.
Yeah, and the food. The food is really good there.
Mm-hmm. And the drinks.
And the drinks.
The margaritas are large.
All right, Grand Turk in the book.
In the book?
In the book.
In the books?
The books? There's more than one book?
Yeah, I think so. What do you think? Well, first of all,
man.
this isn't a great view.
We had a great time, man. This is first time here. Awesome time. We went to Jack Shack. Definitely recommend that. Like a local kind of place. Really chill vibe. Really good. The jerk chicken's really good, and the rice and beans is really good. And then we went to Margaritaville, and I actually thought it was going to be kind of like really chainy and kind of lame. We had a good time. We had a good group of people with us too.
Hysterical laughter.
Yeah, it was fun.
Tears to your face laughter. We had so much
Yeah,
fun.
so,
people dancing, drinking,
oh, yeah.
having a great time.
The DJ there, man, at Margaritaville was on point.
No inhibitions, like no one's judging you, nobody cares, just be you,
Yeah,
have a great time.
it was
We
fun.
had so much fun.
It was fun. So definitely, I would highly recommend Grand Turk.
I'm sad to leave. This beautiful beach, beautiful water.
The time went by really quick.
Yeah.
Really quick. We've been here like 8 hours, but yeah, we had fun. It was a good time.
Really good time.
All
Highly
right.
recommend. Bye.